So tell me, is you ready, baby? Tell me, is you ready, baby?
Hey y'all, welcome and welcome back to the Be Like D channel. It's your girl D coming back with another review of Love and Marriage Huntsville season 6 episode 17. And this episode was messy. I swear I watched the whole episode like like what is that? So let's go ahead and get into it. So the episode started off where we left off with, Mel is at Kiki's house telling her, what Tiffany done mentioned you when she was asking me about she know how I feel about my brand, so do I feel a way about, being in association with you, had been accused of stealing. She was like, Kiki, accused or convicted. I said, she be quick. But she is quick, okay? So then Mel was like, accused, okay? So then she says that, she can't talk about it, basically. After she done got lawyers involved, she can't talk about it. Shit. And then Mel was like, so it was you in the video, though. And then Kiki was like, I can't confirm or deny, girl. It was you. It was you. But maybe, they ain't had no case. Because, I think they said she only stole the lock. So they can't really just prove nothing other than, what they saw. But if she put it back, it really ain't theft. They like to be all technical. It ain't theft yet. So then she said, well, thank you for checking up on me. Okay, well, I can't really talk about it. Mel was like, once she said, she can't talk about it, Mel like, it's fine. Okay. Whatever you can say, girl. Whatever you can say. Because Mel, no, I don't want to be asked questions if I can't talk about it. So if you don't want to talk about it, shut it down, okay? So then she says, well, thank you for checking on me because you was the first person to check on me. Like, my cousin Tisha was the last person to check on me. I said, well, she be ready to have an issue with Tisha. Now, she don't look, I ain't saying Tisha don't deserve it. But anyway, so then Mel was like, well, I mean, y'all mending fences, so you can't expect, you to have a, cousin to be just jumping in your business, like, how everything going, you good, all of this, basically. So I was like, okay, man, I like the Mel was like, no, come on, Kiki, you can't get mad at that, y'all, y'all not all the way good, so don't have your expectations so high, okay? But y'all still on the road, okay? And she was like, what she said, but I if I was her, I see this, you can't expect people out of what you would do. Can't expect people to act like how you would act, basically. And that, because I would have came to her. If I would have came to her and said I was going through this and that, and Mel was like, but did you go to her? Did you call her? Okay, see, I'm trying to get you to see you. That's not what happened, okay? Mel gave a good example, like all the stuff that they was going on. She's like, because all the stuff that happened with Marceau and their mama, that was public. That's something that was similar, okay? But you didn't go to her personally and say you was stealing or something, okay? If you talking about something that two different things, okay? And then of course in her confessional she's saying that Mel in her confessional she's saying that she always try to mend fences when she can, even if it's from somebody that call her a dark soul. I say, you know what, Mel, keep bringing it up, okay? Keep bringing it up because the bitch said it and we ain't heard nothing about it after that, okay? So then this Kiki was saying in her confession that she's surprised that Tiffany had those comments about her because they supposed to be on the road to recovery with their relationship. So then Mel basically just tell Kiki that she coming to Tiffany's baby reveal. She said Tiffany said she was going to invite you. I said, you can't invite her if she ain't invited yet. She's like, yeah, come on out, girl, come on out. And then she told her, come on out. Then she told her, and have your answers ready because you know how they do in this group. They gonna ask you. They don't care how you feel about it. They still gonna ask you the questions. So have your answers ready. Okay? I said, you know what? That's right here. Okay? She literally gave her tips. Okay? Like, be ready. Now, they gonna come ask you some shit. Just be ready for it. Have your answer at the ready, and it ain't got nothing to say. So Tisha shows up at their house that they renovating while they build a house and they rent an apartment. Already ridiculous, right? So they renovating this house. They said it turned into a whole home renovation. So now you're doing too much again, but you still gonna need money to build this house that y'all still ain't broke ground on, right? But anyway, so then they she ended up talking about, so what are we gonna do about the, no, first of all she asked him how was court. So I was like, you bringing up court? Okay, I see you trying to get into it a little bit. But Marcel, like, he wasn't having it. Yeah, it went well. He was just looking like, I ain't want to talk about it no more. Okay, yeah, it went more than I thought. Yeah, like, because they know they had to say something, I guess. So then he in his confessional, well, they confessional, he's saying that anytime you get sued in construction court, I don't know, something like that, there'd be some kind of civil something. I don't know. It sounded like bullshit to me. Okay. And we're gonna find that at the end, okay? So then he says, so then they get off of that, and then she just like, so what she mentioned? She mentioned like the allowance, like, you know, I see you bought your new car or whatever. Tisha trying to be real slick, okay? She trying to be real slick and be like, yeah, you spending money on your car. I know you ain't spend your whole allowance on that car. And then he just like, how you gonna be questioning what I spend my allowance on? I spent it on that car. That was something for me. And, you know, I do stuff for this house and I do stuff for this. All the sacrifice. He kept saying sacrifice. I said, I cannot stand him, okay? Tisha was all up in here the whole time they was talking. When he turned it on to you know, disregarding the sacrifices I make and the things that I do, how could you do that? Then she looking like, she was like, oh, whew. She literally was taking breaths. She was like, oh, I didn't know you was gonna get mad. I said, girl, my soul is exhausted. Once she went, whew, I said, oh yeah. How long was he really talking? Okay. She was like, I ain't expected to take this turn, okay? She said, no, that's not what I mean. I'm just saying, you know. He's like, yeah, my allowance is $3,500. And she was like, so you spent $3,500 on that car and the house and all your food and stuff. I said, damn, the food and stuff is in there too, girl. I thought allowance meant like, you know, it's anything you want, but like not the necessities. But anyway, so I was like, she had some good points. That's why he got mad. He was all like, I don't ask what you do with your money. You get $5,000. How much is that purse? How much is that purse? And then she's like, I'm not gonna disclose that. And she was like, well, you know, I wasn't trying to do that, but I mean, if you felt that way, looking at. And he's like, the word is, I'm sorry. You need to say I'm sorry. I said, oh, no, he didn't. And here her dumb ass go, well, I'm sorry. I didn't think it was going to go. I'm just saying, you know, you seem like you spend more money because you spend it on large purchases. I do stuff for the kids. And then she's like, well, I was really trying to get around to just saying, I want a truck. And he's just like, yeah, go get your truck. I was like, y'all some idiots, man. Y'all are so idiots. You just got through telling her that, oh, yeah, I forgot about the whole little furniture conversation. She's like, what's the budget for the furniture? That's how they got on this money thing. And then he talking about they need to rent some furniture. Girl, you better go get that furniture out the storage. You don't need all that new shit. Okay, so now we got Stormy and Tiffany talking. And she basically meeting up with Tiffany to meet at the location. She supposed to be helping her with this baby reveal party. And you know, they gotta sit down and have that little messy moment. These two know how to be messy together, okay? So then she was like, well, yeah, I invited everybody to the party, you know. Tisha, Kiki. And then Stormy was like, Kiki? You invited Kiki? She was like, really? To something this intimate? Oh, Okay. Like, this is meeting your baby. She was like, yeah, like, I seen the Crime Stopper stuff, but she's like, I'm really in a place where I'm trying to decide whether, if I want to be around her, if I don't want to be around her. But if I go off of what I seen, girl, that's enough for me. and Storm was like, really? Like, she didn't expect that from her. Look, I ain't gonna say what Marceau called her, but it sounded like what Marceau called her. Oh, not the Crime Stoppers. I can't be around her. So then they get to talking about, is she and Tisha gonna be good? And then she was like, cause y'all was a little rah last time I seen y'all. And Stormy like, oh really? I ain't think it was rah. Like, she always be like, I'm over that. I was like, Stormy, see, this how you gonna make a bitch mad, cause she ain't over it, okay? And then when she try to confront you about it, you're like, girl, that was yesterday. We good, we Gucci, ain't we? Okay. She was like, I ain't really think it was much, that was the past. She's like, you think she went home and told Marceau? She was like, yes, she went home and told Marceau. I mean, I told Courtney. And she said, she cool with Tisha, but she can't get, she can't mess with Marceau, because she can't deal with men that act like bitches, okay? I said, oh, girl, strong statement. I love it. But anyway, so then she can't deal with men that act like bitches, and he think he the smartest person in the room when he really just an asshole. I said, girl, speak the truth for us. Thank you. And I don't know how Tisha been dealing with this for how many years now, Tisha? How many times did she say it already did in this half? I know she already said how many years in the first half. It's gonna come up. 17 years. She'd be happy. Okay, then. So after they finish being messy, Stormy go ahead and ask Tiffany how she feeling, how she doing. She just had a baby, and it seemed like you doing a lot right now with this party. And then she starts saying basically that Lou ain't been around. He always gone. She getting back into work. Girl. When she said she getting back into work, and it's always a decision that has to be made. I said, what decisions? Tell us, girl, because we don't know. But then she's like, get back into work, and then she still got to deal with her older kids that are teenagers. They want a car, they want this. They texting me, and then I got 30. What she said? I got 30 people texting me. Can I see the baby? When can I see the baby? So that's why I'm trying to do this party. But she really is overwhelmed. And then Stormy asked her if she feel depressed, how she feeling, does she feel like she got it all together, and all this and that. She's like, and it's okay not to be okay. If you're not feeling okay, you're not feeling okay. She's like, that's a real thing. She basically trying to tell her about postpartum depression, and that she needs to, if she not feeling good, she needs to say it. If she feeling overwhelmed, she needs to say it. So she can get help. She don't feel stressed. She get through that whole process, because you just lost the whole person. Your whole body gotta adjust to that shit, okay? If you lose a whole person like that, okay? So it was a cute little moment, because she's checking in on her. She was like, nobody's even asked me that. Thank you so much for asking me that. My husband ain't even asked me this shit yet. I haven't even talked to him about this. And then she get a little teary eyed, and Stormy get teary eyed, and they hug. Okay, so now we're over to Marceau and Tisha, and they about to meet with the Fletchers for lunch or dinner or whatever. They dinner, it was supposed to be their date night dinner. They saying in their confessional. And then Marceau got the nerve to be talking about it's kind of weird being late to a dinner that you asked for. And then he's like, well, I guess that's how they feel when we're late. And then they both go, I said, y'all don't get y'all lame asses, okay? Y'all so damn lame, okay? Y'all lame couple, lame together, just ugh. Okay, so Neil and Chris Fletcher show up, and they basically want to tell Marceau, why wasn't we invited to the Black Expo, okay? And he was like, what? I mean, y'all ain't feel invited? And he was like, well, you ain't invite us personally. What I gather from that is, we a part of the show too, nigga. You gotta invite us. And he just like, oh, I mean, well, my bad. Really, I don't even know what y'all do. And then Chris like, I'm a real estate broker. He's like, well, I know you do that, but like, I thought, I didn't know, Neil, you had a business. He's like, yeah. She's like, yeah, what you thought we did? And he talking about, And, I thought, he was a broker and you was his pretty wife. I said, that's what you want out of Tisha. And then she was like, no, I own a daycare business for 29 years. Okay, 29 years. And then they got their confessional, Chris and Nell. And why they seats look extra tight? Okay, they could have had like more couch room, but they look uncomfortable and they facing each other weird. But anyway, so in a confessional, they saying that they didn't feel invited, and that she's like what they said they the original Black Power couple of, I guess, Huntsville or whatever. She's like, of 29 years. Okay, I said, ooh. I'm gonna start throwing around my years. 29 years. That is annoying. Okay, but anyway, she said what they said, they've been a power couple for 29 years, and she's like, maybe in 29 years they'll get to to their level. And then I was like, oh, look at Nell trying to throw some shade. Okay. Nell really be getting in the mix. Okay, I don't know, I hope her relationship with Mel don't get messed up, because Nell is funny. Yeah, she got that good messy auntie kind of vibe. Okay. But anyway, so then they basically telling Marcel and Tisha that we wanted to be invited, and he's like, well, what he said, he they apologized in the end that I didn't mean to overstep, I didn't mean all of that, I didn't mean to forget about you, all that crap. And then Chris Fletcher ended up just asking about how did the event go. They asked how the event go anyway, with the whole course 6 about getting them back together. Is everybody buying into it? And then it's like, it's coming around. Martell didn't speak, but he worked the crowd. He worked the crowd. He was holding that mic for people to talk. Okay. And then and it's like, and then Mel, she was there, that was good. She was there. But then Nell was like, well, I heard anybody want to speak because you wasn't paying. And then they was like, oh, well, no, we wasn't gonna pay nobody. We wasn't gonna pay nobody, especially come speak. Hey, look, we ain't charged him to speak. Nigga, what? How you gonna charge somebody to speak at your event? But it's like, no, it was for the community to give our knowledge to the community. We paid, so what we look like paying you too? I said, this nigga here, okay? Both of them niggas. They shame myself. Ain't nothing but niggas. Nell caught it in the moment. I was like, okay, Nell, here we go. She's like, oh, hold on, did I get that right? You said you ain't go, you wasn't gonna pay people for they time of helping you. I said, girl, no, he ain't gonna pay nobody with his broke ass, okay? So then he starts saying that he want to see people with businesses that's been in the game long. So what he said like Stormy and Marceau and us, we've been in the business a long time. And then here go Chris Fletcher. Nah, you ain't gonna play the host like that. They had the whole enterprise. They had professional. Y'all was in business with them too. I said, okay, they was good friends right here. Okay, they was like, nah, you ain't gonna play them like that. Now, come on now. Y'all was in their business too. Didn't they help y'all out? And then he's like, nigga, Marcel, but where's their business now? They don't mean shit. They have all that experience. They got that experience. So shut up. They dissolved it because they wanted to go their separate ways. But Mel got her money. Your friend, the one that got his. And then he was like, whoa. She's like, oh, wow, Marcel, that was low. I said, thank you, Nell. Thank you. That was low. Okay? Trying to play them like that. Like, he really came, went hard. Someone, what I'm gonna do, paying you to talk about your t-shirt business? And then they confession, they was like, oh, no, that was a real low blow. Because how he gonna say t-shirt business when they selling t-shirts that say black? Okay? And then of course, she said Mel do more than just sell t-shirts, and she could have, provided a lot of knowledge to those people. But they on their own bandwagon, and of course they barely showed Tisha's face the whole time. Marceau talking his shit, but she kind of smirked at the first thing he said. The first thing he said, she drank her drink. Okay, I saw it, bitch. I catch your ass every time. But she kept having a stunt, like serious face. She's trying to like eat as a distraction, because you know your husband going in right now. You know he going in, and you gonna sit there and let him say it because you like it, you love it. And he said that, not me, so she can be able to say that shit. But they also said that they wasn't sure about them, Nell and Chris, because y'all the Holtz friends, and we kind of we wasn't really in a good place with them at that moment, so we didn't know, we wasn't trying to step over that line. That's what teacher kept saying. We kind of had a line drawn with that, and then there was like, so with me, this is not high school, this is not college. Ain't nobody gonna tell me who I'm gonna be friends with, okay? I was like, okay, Nell, put it on the floor then, okay? So teacher was like, I'm just saying, like, it's sensitive. But Nell said she kind of, in her confessional, she said she kind of understand, but she's like, they really friends with Martell, so they definitely talking about Mel. I'm like, just say it. Just say, yeah, you friends with Mel. We wasn't sure about you. We done had all this beef, okay? That's it. They said they've been married 29 years to Tisha Marceau, and then they go, Tisha, that's what 29 years look like. Yes, that's what 29 years look like, Marceau. Girl. And she's like, have y'all ever dealt with cheating in y'all marriage? Girl, you know they have. You remember that scene with Martell out of his ass. You cheated too. And then Marcel was like, no, wait, rewind that back 10 seconds. We're not finna talk about no cheating, okay? I was like, yeah, because he ain't ready for that question to come back at his ass. So he trying to shut it. She's like, oh, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to be offensive. I was offensive. And Neil was like, nah, I wasn't offended by that. I said, did y'all catch that? She said she wasn't offended by that part. Okay, bitch, I was offended at some point. And then Marceau in his confessional, not Marceau, they in their confessional saying that Nell and I want to call him by his last name, Nell and Chris in their confessional saying that that it was kind of weird with her at bringing it up. At first she felt like it was a jab, but then Fletcher told me it felt like she was crying out for help. I said, look at him being messy. But then Nell was like, nah, I don't know about crying out for help, but it seemed like she was trying to have a personal conversation. I said, oh yeah, it was, to me it was a jab, but then it's always a segue for her to go ahead and ask her questions about cheating, because she loved to bring up the cheating accusation. You deal with cheating? You deal with cheating? I'm dealing with cheating, looking ass. So then, Tisha was saying, when you've been married a long time, people always ask about cheating. Girl, when? I ain't never been asked about no damn cheating, okay? And I've been with mine a long time. Okay, so Tiffany arrives at the the baby reveal place. The food ain't up. The balloons ain't up. The tables ain't up. Nothing is up, okay? Nothing is ready. She like, y'all need help? Like, what's going on? Why are we so behind? Well, first of all, it was raining, so we had to make decisions. You ain't make no right decisions, okay? How many people you got? You couldn't split them in half. Y'all cook the food. What the hell, girl? She need not to be paid, okay? You need to pull a charade on her ass, cause she don't know how to make executive decisions around here. But anyway, Stormy showed up, and she basically saying, "Girl, what the hell going on too?" Basically everybody was, except for Mel. Mel wasn't like, why nothing ready? But Mel came dressed extra casual, okay? I was like, well, now we couldn't get a nice dress, But anyway, she come in, she speak to everybody. She, of course, speaks to Stormy, and she's like, hey, Stormy. But Stormy doing all this in her purse. Like, she don't see Mel or hear her. Girl, so petty. Like, come on now, you really acting like Destiny now, okay? So then, of course, in Mel confessional, she's like, I know she heard me. I said it loud enough, but if she didn't want to speak, that's okay. So then they get to talking about if Tisha is coming, she don't know if Tisha RSVP. Kimmy talking about, I don't know if she RSVP. When I had talked to her, girl, she didn't. So then, what's the name? Then they started talking about the Black Expo. I thought it was supposed to be the core 6, but then it ended up being the core 6 plus Stormy. So then, she had an issue with that because she was missing out of. So she's like, and I was up in the front row, like, why am I in the front row? And then Storm was like, well, I could have been in the front row with you. Because, you know, it was no point. I mean, after everything that happened. And then he go, man, what happened? Who you got into it with? And I was like, oh, I ain't know it was no problems about no paying booths and having booths and stuff. I said, Mel gotta be eating this shit up. Like, you know, I wasn't even a part of this, and y'all still happen to have some kind of problem. So then, you know, Kimmy ended up letting them know, like, I didn't know that we paid. I just found out we paid. And Marcel going around saying nobody paid. Okay? So then, Mel just like, she was like, yeah, so all of that happened. They ain't fully tell me what really went down. But she was like, but you was good at taking your baby steps. You get it now, huh, Stormy? Just waiting to Tisha on your ass with her bullshit too, okay? So then it was a weird cut scene. I don't know if they just split it or I don't know how they got divided. All of a sudden they standing there talking, Mel looking like, And then you hear Nell coming in, and all of a sudden Mel was like, hey, to Nell. And then they were just off on the other side. And then then Stormy and Kimmy sitting talking. I was like, what the hell was this? And it was so weird. The way it just cut from them talking about what happened with Marcel and then, hey, and they in different places. But anyway, Nell, you know, she gotta give Mel the lowdown of what happened. But before we get to Mel and Nell, we had Stormy and Kimmy talking, and she's just like, how you think you and Tisha gonna be when y'all here? Because, you know, you was up here, girl. You was going real big on her. She's like, I was. But, you know, by the end of the day, I was down here. I was like, you know, Stormy, you getting on my nerves a little bit, pretending like you act like you just so cool, okay? No, I'm over it. I'm bent over that stuff. But she really don't seem like she'd be over it, okay? Not at all. If it's giving fake positivity, fake no, I'm better than that. I'm over that, girl. Okay, so she said when Tisha come in today, they're gonna be good. She's like, why would she's like, you gonna be deflated this time when you with Tisha? Why would I be inflated? Why would I, girl? So then now we back with Mel and Nell. And, you know, she's like, yeah, me and Tisha and Marcel, we all talked, you know, went to dinner. She's like, oh, did y'all fix y'all little issues? And she was like, yeah, I think so. Well, you know, I don't know how they gonna feel after I drop this tea. I say, okay, Nell drop the tea, okay? So then she said, you know, apparently, you know, Tish was feeling some way because, you know, how me and your relationship. So, you know, I was telling her, you know, this ain't high school. People don't tell me who to be friends with, all this and that. And then Mel was like, that's weird because they ain't had no problem with you being in their business, patronizing their business. Did they kick you out because we was friends? Nah, so it sounded like bullshit to me. I said, girl, yes. Well, they'll take her money, but they ain't inviting her around. And then she said, well, you know, I don't know how they gonna feel when I drop this tea. And then she started saying that, you know, Marcel was saying that they ain't want to pay y'all because they don't want to pay you to talk about your t-shirt business. And then she was like, how y'all even get on the topic of me, okay? She's like, well, we was talking about, you know, pay people that spoke and all this and that. And they saying, you know, they didn't want to pay you because if anybody was supposed to get paid, it should have been Maurice and Stormy because they've been in business longer and they don't feel that y'all is professional and, you know, all of that stuff. I said, hey, he did kind of slide in that little professional thing. I was like, what, boy? Y'all not professional. Y'all don't even show up to y'all own events on time to direct people, tell them where they gonna go, what they gonna do, and if they spending money, okay? So then Mel go off after she heard all that. She's like, what? She's like, see, now what we're not gonna do is throw jabs when we say we're not gonna throw jabs, okay? Cause why is he clocking my coin? I don't put coin in his pocket, in their pocket, so won't they shut the fuck up, basically. You don't be happy for the coins I put in your pocket because I had a hope and I had a dream, okay? I said, well, damn, man. That was true, bitch. Y'all wouldn't be on TV if Mel didn't have a dream, okay? If she didn't want to be on the TV, okay? On the Tizoob. Mel went in, okay? She was like, why would I want to? She said, I can say why I want to be doing business with a man that's claiming he a businessman. Well, she said that when they claim they're a business person, and they in a $5 million lawsuit of fraud. I said, ooh, ooh. And Nell in the scene, Nell was like, oh, okay. I said, yeah, you had to catch that shit, okay? So then it ended off. She said she tired of black men coming after all these successful black women that's doing their own thing, that's doing their own, good business, and then they want to come up after them. So I thought she's taking on Stormy beef on her back too with that, because she like, oh, Marshall talking shit about me too, about us as business women, coming on us as black business women. Okay, hell no, I'm sick of all these men coming after all these women, all this and that. And then she was just like, oh. She's like, and I got no problem saying it to his face. I said, ooh, I can't wait for that sit down. Alright, that's an episode, and that's the end of my review for Love and Marriage Huntsville, Season 6, Episode 17. And baby, this episode was nice and messy, and I had me a good old time, okay? So drop down in the comments, let me know what y'all thought about the episode, what y'all thought about all this messiness that was coming out of Marcel's ass, okay? You act like a bitch, okay? Drop down in the comments, let me know what y'all thought. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe to the belikedee channel, okay?